I'm adding this 22 Jeep Gladiator to the nightmare files, as this came from another dealer with a new transfer case and a new drivetrain control module put in for transfer case codes. It has transfer case range, position, sensor performance, incorrect operation, and then it had this implausible transfer case ratio high received. I went through the wiring diagram on here and found a connector that is faulty or messes up on a lot of people. This guy here, this connector I did delete and the issue was still present. It's not even, there it is there. This connector here, it's got 24 dead eyes on it, so 24 other people had issues with the TCM going offline. It won't start, won't shut off. A lot of issues with this connector. This connector's right here. I deleted the connector. I've done this like 10 different times. It's in the fender well over here and it sits right here. So now it's straight wires. It doesn't need to have that connector there. Deleted that connector, but this issue still persists. So from the drivetrain control module to the selector switch on the transfer case is one of these guys. This is not from this vehicle, but it's the same thing. On top of the transfer case, it's a selector switch to let you know if you're in four-wheel drive. On this Gladiator, you would not be able to go in 4 low. You can manually with the shift lever get it in 4 low, but on the lights and everything on the dash was not in 4 low, and it would say service 4-wheel drive when you did get it in. Right here is your drivetrain control module. You do have to remove the seats to get to it. In this blue connector, one of our wires that goes to that selector switch, which only has 2 wires, it was blue with gray, I believe, or yellow with blue. From that blue connector, goes all the way out, goes through here, goes, for some reason it goes up behind the HVAC housing inside. It goes way back here, all the way up behind this HVAC housing, comes back down, goes through the firewall, and then comes out way up here, comes out up here, and then it comes down here and goes to our connector. So what the problem on mine wasn't in that connector, it was from the harness right here going through the firewall. There was an open on that yellow with blue wire, and it would have 0.2 ohms on it, so it's good. But if you would wiggle test this wire and pull on it a little bit on this harness from inside or outside, it would go OL, or it would go 1.8 million ohms. So I overlaid from here in the harness all the way to inside on that harness there, and I still have the connector down. This is the one that sits above the HVAC housing. You can pull it down. So there's the black wire that I overlaid in. I still have to clean it up, but now it is fixed. So it wasn't this connector, but this is a known connector to have an issue. If your TCM goes offline, you can't start it, have a lot of issues, this connector is super common to go out on these. So I delete that connector, and I had an open wire through the firewall, and it wasn't even in the connector. So you got a connector here, oops, and then a connector up here. So this is the wire that I had the issue on. Coming down, that connector was good, came down, that connector's deleted, and somewhere in here it goes through the firewall. It had to open, and it was intermittently open. You could pull it on and off and it would go down, and you wouldn't be able to shift into 4-wheel low. Service 4-wheel drive comes on as soon as you start driving.